Nobelia.org. That is the website you have to go to, and you're going to learn more today about moreness and all the work that our friend Sil Sebastian is doing, along with being a Sid. And again, this is a world where culture, community revolves around nobleness, being noble, actually being so. Not the hereditary way,
Yeah.
right? And you say here that
Yes.
this is
Thank
where
you.
such nobility of being is based on deeply solid character foundations built from living and applying way of impeccability and the Mornus Project tools for deliberate living. That's right. The inordinate made manifest, as you say. So, welcome
Yes.
to the show, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys?
Oh, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Absolutely
Most
wonderful.
excellent. Your
Absolutely
video is
wonderful.
off, sir.
Oh, I accidentally,
It
I was,
happens.
yeah. Well, the reason it happened is because of this. I
Ooh,
don't
what's
know
Wow.
whether you can see.
this?
Wow.
That's you said the inordinate made manifest. Well, right there it is. But you see, when I was
Yes.
holding it, I was trying to
Yes.
balance it, and the corner touched the space bar, which toggles the camera. Well, on
Wow.
Zoom, the spacebar toggles whatever control you last were toggling, right? And I
Yep.
happen to be putting the video on and off. Anyway, so here we go with the inordinate made manifest. And actually, you can't see the cover that well. So what I'm going to do is do a screen share, and I have it pre-set up here, the front cover, all very big.
Oh my goodness.
And
Here it
there
goes.
you see it now, right? You see it?
Beautiful.
Yes, yeah. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Because on the book, you see, this is a proof, a test cover, a proof copy. So they put this on the book, not for resale, proof copy. Because it's advanced, right? And it's only going to be launched on December the 3rd. So it's in pre-order right now. You can go to Amazon, and if you just search for Ask Biala, it will come up and you'll be able to pre-order it if you want to get in ahead. It's on special pre-order and all that. People who pre-order, they know, but this you get in ahead of time. So it's pretty fun. And then we got
Congratulations.
yes, I'm
Congrats.
very happy.
And for those of you on the podcast, tell us the title of the book and where we can find it.
Yes, it's called Ask Biala, Questions Answered, Book One. Right?
And it's life lessons, advice, and alternative solutions to self-help issues. Book 3 of the Realism
Exactly.
series. Sil Sebastian is our author,
There you
our
go.
coach, and so much more. How do we
There you go.
contact you guys, and where can we get the book?
Nobelia.org and just on Amazon, right? It will be available on all the other platforms, but right now it's on pre-order on Amazon. So if you just put in Saul Sebastian and Sebastian Saba, right? A little different spelling. It's got all A's for appropriateness,
A plus plus.
attunement, and awareness. Anyway, I changed my name to Sebastian when I was a teenager. No, I just did it. I don't know. Just something that grabbed me. I have no idea really why, but I when I went to apply for my driver's license, I wrote it that way, and it stayed, and it just stuck. So it's not. And now, when you look at it's on my birth certificate, on my passport, everything.
Yes.
It just bureaucracy. They just assumed somebody had misspelled it, and it just automatically stayed in the system, and it got updated. So is that something?
That is
Because my
Wow.
my my parents had spelled it Sebastian. Yeah, a very different
Sebastian?
spelling. Sebastian,
Yes.
yeah, a very English way. Anyway, so I just changed it, and it worked, and it stuck. And now it
Anyway,
has some significance because it's that those A's, the A plus philosophy. This is a very big deal that underlies everything, and appropriateness, attunement, and awareness. Remember in
yep.
the mind map, they were right up there.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's all about. You see, and then application, application, application. It's all about application. Three A's again. See, so very important, very important. And Sil is really a nickname that's just stuck. And I like that because people say, "How do you spell that?" Oh well, it's Sil like in the first syllable of syllable, and that makes me happy too. Now we're talking about moreness, right? And you said the inordinate made manifest. Bina, will
yes.
you share about Biela? Tell us a bit about Biela.
Okay, because when I was looking at it, first I just want to say that okay, this is a beautiful book, a beautiful cover, really,
Mm-hmm.
and really captivating because you cannot ignore Biala in this. I assume it's
Yeah.
Biala, and you
Well,
cannot ignore that.
that's a good question. It's a Biella.
Mm-hmm.
There
Okay.
is no one Biella. Yeah. Biella is Bina. Biella is Jill. Right. Biella's obviously some of me too. But Biella
Yes.
is, well, I'll come to that in a little bit. But the image is a potential Biella. Right. There's no hard and fast
Yes.
image. And I'm going to share about
Yes.
that in a moment. I've got more to reveal because what are we all about? Moreness, moreness, right?
Yes.
Moreness
Yes.
culture. That's what we're sharing. Moreness. But I'll share some moreness, right, Vina? You know what moreness I'm going to share. You know what
Yes.
moreness I'm
Yes.
going to share. But before
Oh
there, I
yes.
want to get
Yes.
Vina's perspective on Biala, right? Because
Okay.
Biala here is uh, she is answering questions, right? It's questions answered. This started as an advice column that I did in the Gateway Gazette, and the advice column was called Ask Biala, right? And
Hmm.
and and I'm answering as Biala, which actually takes a
Yes.
lot of doing. But Biala is a character from my book series, a fictional book series, right? Which is a big deal, and I haven't published it yet. I'm saving it. It's written, but I'm saving it. I want a lot of other books to publish first, probably about 20 of them, right? That are there, they're ready to go. It's just a matter of doing it now. Anyway, and so with Biella, she is part of Nobelia, the world, and like Jill said, that culture of nobility. But you know Biella because Biella comes up in so much in what we do and what we share,
Yes.
right, Bina? So share a bit
Yes.
about your understanding, your perception of Biella.
This is a big question because
Oh
Biala is
yes.
something. Oh yes, because when throughout my journey, I was thinking, and of course, listening from you that who Biala is. Biala is
Yeah.
something when we talk about it is exactly as difficult to explain as we have the idea of
Okay.
perfection. Because oh my God, like okay, how to define perfection? Then still has a very different, very unusual and a very beautiful definition of perfection. And it applies completely to Biala for me. Biala actually a character who shows us by living like the ideal life that Nobelia living. She really lives that, and then she gives you
Yes.
the perspective which is beyond our expectations and our assumptions. Her perspectives always come like, okay, yes, this is obvious. I'm looking at it. Okay, this is the perspective. This is, but she comes and gives you a different perspective, which seems very impossible, almost impossible to all of us. Oh yeah,
Yay.
yes, she gives us that perspectives, and I was like, oh my God, who can think like that? And she
Yeah.
gives you, and when you start reading those questions, because I have this privilege, I have read that, so you start thinking that where I was, what I was thinking, why I would not be able to actually think like this. If this is something a person can think, of course, Biala is a creation, is a character, still has developed. So for me, as a practical person, I just said, okay, so if Sil can think, why I was not able to do that? And if
Mm-hmm.
Right.
he can think, which means that it is possible.
Yeah.
This
Exactly.
idea that giving you a possibility of those perspective, which seems very impossible to all of us because people say, oh, Nobelia, who can be noble? Oh, it is too idealistic. It is
Yeah.
too bookish. Actually not, because the
Yeah.
way she answered, you start thinking like, oh my God, this is very much possible. This is so relevant, so pertinent, and I can do this. When you
Yeah.
say that for once, I can do this, then you can do it all the time. And
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
brilliant for me, Biala. Again, I'm not able to give you the exact definition of Biala, but Biala is someone who is giving me more than my imagination, more than my understanding, more than my assumptions.
Yes.
She is
Oh,
giving
that's
me the
wonderful.
feeling of yes.
That is most wonderful. I mean, there is an introduction to Biella. I think there's a right that's about Biella,
Yes.
and Biella's an ideal. It's an amalgam, but Biella is a practically attainable ideal. This is very important.
Yes.
This is very important to me. That Biella is a plausible Mourners character,
Yes.
somebody who spent their life working on this and being this, and it's plausible, it's real, because everything that Biala is, I'm pulling from what I know. and my experience and my understanding. Now, yes, is it an amalgam? Yes, absolutely. It's an alter ego also, but still, it's real. Biala is very, very real to us, you know. And when we speak about Biala, Biala is a character in our lives, right, Bina? It's like somebody we know.
Exactly.
We must be talking about Jill or
Yes.
somebody, right? Same way.
Yes.
It's very
Oh,
powerful,
yes.
very powerful. Uh, I want to share a real quick here. I'll go back to the screen share. I know I'm going to read it for the people that are only on the audio, but what I want to share is just the questions, right?
Sure.
Can you read, Jill? And you read them for us, please. You don't
It
mind.
is
Just a
coming.
few of them there.
Okay.
Just skip through
It'll
if you
come
can
on
see.
through. Okay, there we go. Contents.
Yeah.
Are you going to
Can you
read?
see? Jill,
Yes.
oh, yeah. Jill, will you read a few of the questions? Just pick a
Sure.
couple there at random.
About Biella, well, how to get the most value out of the book, right? So,
Yes.
obviously you want smart friends, right? How can I find peace and happiness? And I know there's, well, as far as the book is concerned, this is something you've been working on for quite some time, and it's part of this series, right? Did you want me to
Yes.
Yes.
ask?
Yes.
All right, just
Yes.
making sure everyone's aware. Did you want
Yes.
to continue down the list, or did you have certain questions that you wanted me to
That's
ask?
it. I just wanted because
Oh,
you
okay.
see, I
I'm
had
like,
a
wait.
reaction.
I didn't get
No,
notes to
no,
ask
no,
certain
no, no,
questions.
no, no, no. It's fantastic. See, I just
You're
wanted you
so
to share
sweet.
because because look what Jill said, Bina. Look what Jill said
Yes.
and how it ties into what you said. Jill said, "Well, obviously we want smart friends."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait now, Jill. Now we're gonna have to go to that chapter and see what Biala says. Oh, this is the other thing that I wanted to share about the book,
Okay.
but it's going to be given away.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
It's quite difficult to do in reverse. I've got to tell you, and with the light shining. But I was trying to flip through it to show you that the book actually contains illustrations, paintings, right?
It's a
And it's
very
very
Ooh.
beautiful book.
unusual. It's very unusual in printed books to have color
Mm-hmm.
pictures, right?
Yeah.
It's most unusual. All right, so that's actually the start. Chapter 1. I want smart friends. So let's go there. Let's go there. When
And
you'll see it
and the
more
art is
easily.
also by you,
But
sir?
correct. I created it all. You know, using the computer and all the
Mm-hmm.
modern tools for it. It's not hand painted, but I gotta tell you, people say, "Oh yeah, well that's not." Ha! If you don't think this is art and takes effort, then I got another news
Wow.
for you. To make these paintings, it was almost more work. Actually, I think in the actual time spent, I spent more time on making this art, these paintings, than I did actually writing. Because I can write pretty
Wow.
quickly. Oh yeah, because this was the
Clearly.
skill here. Yes. Now you would think typical painting, you know, like if I were to paint on canvas or whatever paper, that's a skill of hand and eye coordination, right? And of course imagination, and creativity. But I don't have that dexterity to do that. The when it comes to the digital art, the skill is patience, deliberation, persistence. Yeah, just doing it over and over and over again till I find the right thing. I mean,
Wow.
I've got ones that I'm not using, uh, that I saved even hundreds, and what I didn't choose, thousands that didn't make the cut, right? So to
Yes.
get exactly what you want, it took a lot of time and effort and patience. So it's a huge amount of work. All right. So I want to read a little bit about this with I want smart friends. What's a good way to do that? Because when Jill said the same thing, right? But what did Bina
Yes.
say? What did Bina say about Biala's answers? Bina
No,
said
they provide you. Yes. More than expectations, more than assumptions.
more
Yes.
More.
than
More. I got the
expectations.
more.
Yes.
Right. And the expectations, though, right? See, so Jill said,
Yes.
well, obviously we want smart friends. Now let's hear what
Yes.
Biala has to say with us. Dear potential friend, I hear you. Look, right there, she starts off, she's addressing this question, right? And she says, Dear potential friend. I think this
Friends.
is just great that Biala has that openness,
Wow. Uh-huh.
even though you're going to see Biala has a very interesting take on this question.
Yeah.
I hear you, but I feel your search place is misplaced.
Ooh,
I feel your search focus is misplaced
is
on
misplaced.
smartness in inverted commas. In actuality, it matters little. I have had fantastic conversations and interactions, months and weeks long or more, with individuals who might not be regarded as smart, certainly not by themselves.
Yeah.
Yet these interactions were phenomenal, sustaining, fulfilling, enlivening, profound.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Many factors, none related to smart. A
Yeah.
willingness to engage, this is primary. A
It is.
willingness to explore, to learn, to discover, a desire to figure it out. Whatever it happens to be, a lack of fixedness, a freedom to pursue the topic wherever it
Yeah.
leads, even though often there might be very definite goals and desires. An intention to resolve, capital R
Yep.
resolve,
Resolve.
and openness to find solution, capital S solution, wherever solution is, however it is, these are imperative. And I will just end it there, right? And we're going to see. I mean, you can just go with a topic heading here. The next little section is called honesty and integrity, new truths, good character, and in the end, earnest goodness. Right? I won't skip to the end. You can read it, but you're starting to get an idea that Biala is being very, very diplomatic here and gentle and kind to say, Jill, sorry, your attention on smartness, not so good. We got other things to focus on, right? but see, but Jill, your reaction was brilliant. It was so perfect because we tend to assume that yes, smartness is a good thing to have in our friends, but
Mm-hmm.
when you think about it, and this is Biala's magic, because
Yeah.
Biala has the skill and ability to think extra and to
Mm-hmm.
come at angles that we don't. But when she says it, it's like, well, now that you mention it, Biala, yeah, duh. Uh,
Yeah.
that willingness to explore, that honesty, that integrity, that's much more important. Yes.
Sure is. I
So,
agree.
I have a great many friends, and Bina, do you know any of my friends? Any, note well, I stress any that regard themselves as smart?
Oh,
No,
Where'd Bina go?
she's there. She
no,
said no, no, no.
Ah, right. Exactly. Exactly. And I said any, which obviously includes Bina.
Yeah.
yes, myself.
Right. Isn't that something?
Aw.
Isn't that something? I mean, Bina
But
is
this
smart,
is
but it's not the focus. The moment you start thinking of yourself as smart, I don't really want to be your friend so much.
Totally. I
exactly.
get it.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that
Yeah,
amazing?
I don't want to be a friend.
Yeah. A joyfulness
Yeah.
and an eagerness to learn, joy de vivre, right? The will, just the joy
Mm-hmm.
of life. This is important. Honesty and integrity. Who wants a BSer for a friend?
Yeah.
We don't. Sorry, BSers know this. You can have a hard time making friends, right?
Yeses.
And
Yeah.
the sad part of BSers think that the more they BS, the more they're going to be liked. Yeah, and they live in this incredible bubble that nobody knows I'm BSing. Everybody knows they're BSing. They just don't want to say it because they don't want to avoid the awkwardness. And they
Powerful.
know if they're going to pop your bubble, it's like, and if they mention it, then you're going to be all denying, and then you're going to go into a whole bullshit spin about how much you're not BSing. So, no, people just avoid that, right? So just be real, man. Be real. I have just wonderful friends that and some of them
Ah.
they'll listen to what we share and we talk on the lives and everything. And yes, we get very involved. We go very deep and say, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. They will tell us, right? I got no clue.
You're
I don't
so
get it. I don't
funny.
get.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. That's okay because it doesn't matter. We all learn in different ways, and every now and then it's like something will. Yeah, okay. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
That's okay. It
Like,
doesn't matter. It's not about being smart. It's about what your passion is. Like for instance, I got artist friends. Holy moly, they get into all the art stuff and I haven't a clue what they're talking about. Does it matter? No, I enjoy their
no.
art. So you don't have to have the same passions. And smartness is really a matter of focus and attention and immersion, right? It's an ability that comes from your immersion in what you're doing. We're all smart about something, yes? And many people just apply their smartness in very different ways. Because say, I don't have to know all this technical detail stuff. What's important is I'm happy.
Yeah.
What are you doing all that stuff for? Does it make you happy? Uh, well, when you look at typically smart people, they usually not all that happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to really understand this. But I wanted to
Yes.
share this about Biella, right, Bina? Wasn't that what you were
Yes.
saying? Biella brings
Yes.
you ideas that you didn't think about,
Exactly.
but they're not complicated. They're like duh. Right?
Yes. Yes. But just want to add something because the simple question that, okay, I want a smart people or smart friends in my life. Actually, this question has so much more for me because this is the basic
Ah,
and real true understanding for any relationship. This is how we
exactly,
get into the trap of nonsense relationship
exactly,
in our life. And
exactly.
we start attracting people
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we don't have a clarity that what we
yeah.
really want. And then we, of course, in relationship and spouse, like, and friends, not limited to friends only, but of course
Right,
for the
right,
spouse,
right,
that okay,
right.
we get into this mindset because we want people who are smart, who can deal with things, who can solve the
Mm-hmm.
problems day to life and all that. But actually this
Yes,
doesn't matter. If a person doesn't have a desire to cooperate and collaborate, then you cannot actually
exactly,
get anything out of their smartness. Okay, they will keep their
exactly.
smartness with the tag. So that's this is the basic. So that's why I was
Yes,
saying that okay, Viala is providing us solutions much deeper. The question is very simple. I want smart friends. Okay, of course, also I want it, but I do have many.
Yeah.
yes,
All my friends are much
yes,
smarter than me. But actually, this
yes.
answer is applies to everything, every aspect of your life.
Exactly,
So
exactly,
bonus,
exactly, exactly.
bonus.
Exactly. It's a massively mourners thing. So let me ask Jill. Jill going to be our guinea pig today.
Yay. I love it. Go ahead.
It's delicate now. I want to ask, assuming that you've had more than one relationship. I mean, I know you have children, so that's at
Yes.
least one. So,
Correct.
okay, you have more than one. I mean, again, I have to be careful. Say, well, some people only have had one, right? Anyway, so in the relationships that didn't last, right? Now think of those and see if these apply, these qualities. Think back and see if they applied from in the other person, or maybe at yourself at the time too. A willingness to engage. Was that
Mm-hmm.
there? Was that in your partner at the ones that didn't work?
Engagement.
A willingness to engage. Did they have a
Oh, I thought you
willingness
meant
to engage?
like engagement
Oh
ring.
no,
No,
no, no, no. A
like pay
willingness to
attention to me and
engage, to be
some,
engaging.
Yes,
Yeah.
some,
yes.
not all.
Right. Okay. In
Both.
addition, a willingness to explore, a willingness to learn, a
Yes.
willingness to discover, a desire to figure it out, whatever it happens to be. A lack of fixedness. Did some of those early relationships, did the other person have a bit too much fixedness, or yourself even maybe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, was there a freedom to pursue the topic wherever it leads? Was that present?
Wow, not in all of them, no. But I'm looking at a lot of bad
Exactly.
relationships. So okay.
Exactly, right. I mean, I don't want to
No,
put you on the spot here, but
Mhm.
you're
No, it's
answering for all of
okay.
us. You're
Yeah.
answering for all of us, right? And that willingness to pursue a topic wherever it leads. This is a massive issue in relationships, massive. Because if you look at where they break down, somebody's not willing to go where the topic goes, right? And this, it comes up later probably. It's the willingness to face and deal with the awful
Yeah.
truth. This is a huge part of way of impeccability and Nobelia living. Because when you actually do face and deal with the awful truth, something magical happens, right, Vina?
yes,
What happens to that
yes.
that
Tell
awful
us.
truth?
That awful
It
truth
be
turns into the awesome truth.
exactly. It becomes an awful truth.
Well,
It's the
yeah.
most incredible thing. It's the most incredible thing. When you really face what your worst fears are, suddenly
Mm-hmm.
it changes and it becomes so powerful, so potent, so empowering. But in a relationship, if you don't want to go there, your relationship's going to get stuck because this is an issue that's obviously bothering your partner and they want to pursue it. And if you're unwilling to do this, you got to break down and then you got a problem, right? And if you can't overcome it, end of your relationship. Very simple thing, right? And I'm going this, right? A freedom to pursue, even though often there might be very definite goals
Yeah.
and desires. You got to go past that. And what
Mm-hmm.
about an intention to resolve, right? That's very key. Not just an intention to resolve, but an intent. to resolution. This is very important because a lot of times, well, we've got stuff to sort out,
Of course.
but you don't have, they don't want to resolve it because they're so afraid of where it may lead, right? And they're scared. So you can't. You got to say, no, we need resolution. If you don't get resolution, you don't solve things, and then your relation breaks down. So that what Biella starts off with, she's saying what Biella's pointing out. She's opening the groundwork for relationships in general, not just smart friends. It's incredible, right? You're getting a bonus, you're getting a blueprint on what to look for in relationships. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Well, perfect way to end it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Congrats on this book. Amazing. Remind us again how we can contact you, pick up the book, and talk more about Asking Biella.
Yeah, so you can either find Ask Biella on Amazon by searching for Sil Sabastian or searching for Ask Biella. And it's fairly unique, the name. So, it's not like you're going to get 101 results. It should pop up right on the top. And it's on pre-order right now. You can pre-order it and get all the advantages and benefits of pre-order. And that helps me also, by the way, if you pre-order. So, by the way, I want to make a quick point here. When buying books on Amazon, don't think of the price in terms of a commodity. Think of it as helping the writer, the author.
Okay.
Very different logic. I'm buying the book for 99 cents, or I'm paying $10 for a book or $20. Hey, I'm really helping an author. It's incredible. When you think of it that way, you're happy to spend that $10 or $20 on the book because, man, I'm doing something for somebody. It really makes a difference, right? So support your authors. They do a lot. They do a lot.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to have you, both of you. Thank you. And see you next week. Amazing show. Thank you so much. Got to get a read on that too. And thank you.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.